Thanks, Martin, for the 3A's Leisure Mares Handicap Hurdle over 2 3/4 miles. Runners are led to post by number 3, Great Snow, under Sam Twiston Davis, dark blue and white Diabolo, hooped sleeves and cap. Corey's Courage follows. Sean Bowen, white, red chevrons, diamonds on sleeves, red cap, black star. Then Touchy Feely, Daryl Jacob, emerald green, yellow striped sleeves, hooped cap. Lady of the Night, David Bass, royal blue, pink star, pink sleeves, blue stars. And going down solo is Just Sophie. James Davis in black with an orange diamond and cap. Energy One, a non-runner, 5 of them for the 3A's Leisure Mares Handicap Hurdle, arriving at the post and due off at 3:35. At the post, / betting like this. 6 to 4, Great Snow. Touch 15 to 8, 2 to 1, Touchy Feely, 100 to 30, Corey's Courage, 12 to 1, Lady of the Night, 14, Just Sophie. Here's Great Snow. Neil Mulholland trained market leader. Lady of the Night, who needs to bounce back to her very best. Returning to hurdling to figure here. Does the fire still burn as bright in a 10-year-old mare? Just Sophie in the black, Touchy Feely in the green, and Corey's Courage in the white and red. Starter is atop the rostrum. Flags up. Coming in. Cheers, Mick. They're off. Over 2-6 this time, 11 flights to cross. Lady of the Night bounces out with some purpose, leads them down to the first with Great Snow a length back. Corey's Courage in third, ahead of Just Sophie, and finally Touchy Feely. Lifting off at the first, which they've all cleared. Lady of the Night and Great Snow leading the other 3 runners on their way to the final flight on the back straight. Corey's Courage is racing third on the outside of Just Sophie, and finally Touchy Feely. Lady of the Night led them over the last on the back straight with a narrow advantage over Great Snow. Corey's Courage moving up into second place as they bear left-handed out of the back. Just Sophie remains fourth, Touchy Feely in the rear. So Lady of the Night with Corey's Courage just over a length down in second. Just holding her head at a rather odd angle is Corey's Courage. Back in third is Great Snow. Then follows Just Sophie, and finally Touchy Feely as Lady of the Night leads them off the home turn. Levelling up to flights 3, 4 and 5. Lady of the Night by just over a length. Corey's Courage in second. Couple of lengths to Great Snow racing third as they jump the first in the straight, and Just Sophie and Touchy Feely are upsides one another in the last pair. On their way to the fourth, Lady of the Night, tracked by Corey's Courage, and the other 3 are virtually in line. Great Snow racing widest of all. Leader booted into the wings of the hurdle, responded well. Lady of the Night came up a couple of lengths in front of Corey's Courage. Great Snow on the outside of Just Sophie, and up the inner is Touchy Feely. At the fifth, Lady of the Night sees another good stride, jumped it well, length and a half in front of Corey's Courage, with a similar margin back to the other three, who are racing almost in line. Great Snow just shading third from Just Sophie, and Touchy Feely last of the five, covered by 3.5 lengths, with a circuit of the racecourse in front of them. Lady of the Night leads them away from the enclosures. Corey's Courage just over a length back in second. And then Great Snow round the outside of Just Sophie, with Touchy Feely up the rails. And 2.5 lengths would cover them as they prepare to level off to the hurdles in the back straight. Next they jump will be the 6th. Lady of the Night set out to make all. Corey's Courage took second after the second. Great Snow is going markedly wider than her four rivals, going over the first down the back, retains third position. Touchy Feely jumped past Just Sophie at the 6th on the level. Just Sophie goes back up sides. Lady of the Night from Corey's Courage on the leader's quarters now, about a length to Great Snow, Just Sophie and Touchy Feely jumping the middle flight in the back straight. All handled that one fluently, still led by Lady of the Night, tracked by Corey's Courage, and the other three virtually in line. Touchy Feely's been saving as much ground as possible. Great Snow's not been worried about that, racing wide. Between them is Just Sophie, jumping the last on the back straight. Lady of the Night, Corey's Courage, Great Snow on the outside, Touchy Feely up the inner, and between them is Just Sophie. Very much all to play for, with 3 lengths covering the 5 runners as Lady of the Night leads them out of the back straight. Corey's Courage on the leader's girths now. Great Snow a length away in third, and then Just Sophie and Touchy Feely upsides one another, and within 2 lengths of the front running Lady of the Night as they approach the turn into the home straight with 1/2 mile to gallop and 3 hurdles to negotiate. Lady of the Night, Corey's Courage, pricking her ears as she comes up sides and takes up the running, going to 3 out. Corey's Courage moving on now. Great Snow covering her move. Touchy Feely making headway. Then Just Sophie, and very quickly Lady of the Night has dropped to the rear on their way down to 2 out. Led by Corey's Courage, who's got them on the stretch now, and he's travelling strongly on the front end. Couple of lengths to Great Snow pushed along. Likewise, Touchy Feely on the inside. Just Sophie hasn't picked up Corey's Courage by 3 or 4 lengths, jumping 2 out. Great Snow struggling to go with the leader. Touchy Feely appears held. Just Sophie is beaten, and Lady of the Night's been left well behind. Corey's Courage and Sean Bowen with an 8-length advantage into the wings of the final flight, and just wrapped the top bar but didn't lose any momentum. Great Snow's making no impression in second. Touchy Feely's weakened, might not hold on to third. Running up towards the line, Corey's Courage nearly double digits clear, probably is. Corey's Courage beats Great Snow. Just Sophie up for third. Touchy Feely faded to be fourth, and finally Lady of the Night.